Hi there, this is Spotty Spotty Cat, and we're on tour at Landed again. Seems like no time since the last 12 months ago. I don't know if you can hear the music. We think it's lovely. A lot of people think it's a bit of a racket, apparently. Well, I got my own rackets here, and these were absolutely fab. These were from the Red Cross in Llandovery. They're £1.50 each, and they're just really nice visual objects to put on your wall. And Slazenger, sort of know that, a Slazenger personal. I've never heard of Jaguar, and no. A selected bamboo and ash laminated frame. This was not a cheap tennis racket, and I don't know. But anyway, oh yeah, listen to the beat, as we say. Next two things I got were these, which if I lean them up there is probably easiest. And I had to get these because Spotty Spotty Cat's been complaining about the lack of cats. But anyway, they're salt and peppers, and they were £1 from the Red Cross. One of them's missing a stopper, but they're really cute. I don't know how old they are. They look European to me as opposed to, you know, modern Chinese, and they're as cute as. And then I've got a couple of bits of your old classic blue and white that we get. I'm going to shove these to the side, and a tale of two plates. These are both Wedgwood, Etruria, Staffordshire. This one, they're 1930s. This one I bought in, I think, the Red Cross, and for £1.25. And this one, a lady gave me when I was putting stuff to the tip. And you know, I love blue and white. It's not as popular as it was, but I absolutely adore it myself. I think we get through the big bits of china we've got. Now, this is Irish porcelain. It's Bleak, and bleak. Yeah, I don't want to hop on about it. It's got a brown back stamp on. These are relatively modern. The good one to have is a black back stamp on, but these came from the Animal Protection in Llandovery. They were £10 for the 4 of them. Ooh. I think a vase like this, if you bought it in Ireland, it's going to cost you 30 or 40 quid, you know. But that's all irrelevant, but interesting. Right then. Let's get rid of these ones. Let's get something to look at while we place things up. And I think we'll have the plates away. That was a tin. This is just a cube. We might have had this on before, I can't remember.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. So let's get through these. So, first off, I couldn't resist the tin. I think it's just, I don't think it's pretty generic, you know. They're embossed dogs in jumpers tin. I mean, how can you not have one of those?
It's a dog biscuit tin.
Yeah, maybe dog biscuit's great for that. Doggy treats. And this, I think we might have had this before.
We have, yeah.
Hanging basket. And tin was £1. This is great. You know, Teletubbies are one of those things that are completely kosher. And he's a mug. He was £1. Ooh, £1 for a second-hand mug. But he's proper Teletubbies, 1996. So that is 26 years old. That's just crazy. And anyway, there we go. I think. Oh yeah, look, there's the, I cannot remember what the place was called. I want to fill him up with hot water and see if the bits changed. I want to fill him up with hot water and have a little TV programme on them. I don't think it's going to happen soon. And I don't know. And next thing I got, these were from the Animal Rescue, and these, I've just noticed they're different. And these were £3 each.
Oh yeah.
But the really funny thing, they're different. Yeah, I thought they were identical. One's a lady, one's a man. But the really funny thing is it up this way? Yeah. What is all that about? Warning, decorative use only. What was I going to use them for? You know? Warning. That is health and safety gone over the top. Hey, let's have a quick tea break now, Sue.
Okay.
Hi there. We just had to have a little tea break and we had to feel the beat as well. Well, we're back into more bits that we bought. And what to start off with? Should we start off with a bit of really nice enamel? Yeah, it's a beautiful colour, that, isn't it? And this is made in China. I'm surprised. The Chinese enamel stuff is good. That looks so 1930s, doesn't it?
It does.
And a really nice bit of old kitchenalia. And you know, I cannot remember. That might have been for the tip from Nothing. I cannot remember. And anyway, he's flown away. This is a great Victorian dress. £1.50. Red Cross again. Perhaps Llanelli. Whenever I see these ivy leaves, and especially sort of, you know, a bit overdaubed like that, I always think it's Llanelli, but this could be Staffordshire. And this is, I don't know, what do you think? Do you think that's 1860? I think it's about 1860.
Yeah,
and I think
it looks about right.
Yeah, you know, yeah, it doesn't look sort of your 18.
The lustre on the ivy leaves.
Oh right,
By
yeah.
the look of it.
Yeah.
There.
Oh yeah, a little pink up the top. And I love the little dots. And anyway, that was £1.25 for a 160-year-old.
£1.50.
It was £1.50, was it?
Yeah.
I don't argue with Sue. Honestly, I don't. I've learnt my lesson. You know.
Said it was £1.50.
Yeah. I'm not being. Anyway, let's not have an argument on camera. yeah, that's the best thing, isn't it? Let's talk about something else, Sue. Quick. This is for what we call the young people. This wasn't quid because it's still got the thing on. They say the drama of peeling off the labels. We love it. This is a Westclock, which I think was German Westclock, and absolutely classic retro. It was a quid, but
They weren't Canadian, were they?
this made in Scotland.
Oh.
Wow. And Westclock must have been Scottish. And but he's overwound, but he's not bust. So it's one of those awful rocking him back and forth for about a fortnight till he frees up. And but isn't that really nice? It's so retro, you know, etc. And that was £1. You can always just replace the workings with a digital. You can even use the same hands, and in some ways better, really. Right, and let's get into this now. This didn't cost us more than £5 in a charity shop. I bought this from a lady. It came from a farm above Talibont on Usk.
Oh.
And I won't tell you which farm just because. And but I think it was a love token, you know, with the horse brass on there, with the heart on. I think, but there's some really nice things. Number one, that's a real horse brass. And the other thing I love is the bellows, as they usually are, made of elm.
Oh yeah.
Sue, flash round and show the elm tree behind us. God, that is an elm tree. I tell you, on the field there are 2 of these, and they are, it just reminds me of my youth. They were my most favourite ever tree. Look at the size of that. Well, that escaped Dutch elm, and now we go back to the bellows, Sue, do you think?
I'll go by it.
Okay,
By
yeah,
the
I'll
oak tree.
And so
Wedding bellows.
yeah, wedding bellows. Yeah, put a bit of puff inside your marriage. Hasn't got his little gauze on the back, but it's still got his thing. Although there's a few holes in here, just minuscule, it actually does work. I think you know, the iron bit on the end, handmade nails. as opposed to shoppy ones anyway. And I don't know, maybe 1820, 1830, but maybe I could be 40 or 50 years out on that, you know, later. But I do love that.
Well.
I do love. It's one of those things, you know, you just touch and, you know, I don't know. So many people, so many memories, and such age, and a time gone by. Right. The next thing we've got is this, which says, "Don't fill above top line," and then it says Miller's Monarch. Now Miller's, I remember much more, for they used to do the little dynamos for push bikes. This is a carbide lamp, and you would have put dry, you could buy acetylene carbide in bike shops, you'd put it into here, you put water into here, and there's a slow drip mechanism. As water goes onto acetylene carbide, it reduces acetylene, and you light it, and that's what they used to use for bike lights and also motorbikes sometimes, way back when. And I still remember when I was about 11 and started secondary school, you could still buy acetylene carbide, and you used to put it in. We had inkwells with proper ink at school, and if you put calcium carbide in, they'd all froth up. And then I also remember we had two of the in the clever stream, we had two of the, you know, real goody boys, but one day they filled up a toilet with acetylene carbide and set it alight, and it blew up, and the whole school sort of got shut. But it wasn't me. No, I was never in the top stream, Sue. And but the school, so I've got almost put on probation for half a day. But no one ratted on them. I don't know if anyone really suspected them. They were just not the normal suspects. Anyway, calcium carbide, and isn't that so nice? And it's still got this little. I love this little light up here. Yeah, isn't that sweet? And that's where you would have liked. This is in crazy good nick, absolutely. And there you go. Yeah, and anyway, calcium carbide lamps. And the next thing I've got is, I mashed the case. It doesn't matter because it's not right for it. But don't bother with that, Sue. It's like, oh no, let's turn that over. Who knows? But this is, I think it's a Parker. Definite, isn't it? You know, with a little arrow. I know I couldn't read what went round the band, and but anyway, this was £3.50 in the animal protections. Now, interesting things about old fountain pens is the nibs are often gold, and I don't know if Sue can get this. Shall I put him down to make it easier? Yeah. Sorry, I'm waving about.
Please.
But that nib on there is 14 karat gold. I don't know what they're worth scrap now, probably about 8 or 10 quid. But a shame really, because it's a really good nib, and some people love fountain pens. Yeah, I can't see what's written around there. I'm certain this is a Parker though. Oh, it says Parker on there.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, but the arrow on that. Yeah, the arrow on the thing. And well, we've almost come to an end. And shall we have another little break, Sue?
Yeah, okay.
Well, that was a nice little tea break again, and now we're going to finish up with the last thing. Do you know, I think we had this on before, didn't we? It was £1, but I just wanted to show off that we know how to say camper as opposed to quimper. Oh, that's such a nice, you know, French hand-painted dish. Well, I've spilt pepper out of that, salt and pepper cats on it. And anyway, we're not that good on presentation, are we? And then I've got my gnomes. I bought 20 of these for £2 each. I wish I'd bought them all with us, but we only bought 4. And he's my fave. I think I'm going to put my dancing mask on him just for a bit. And so if he was going to the dance tent, that's what he'd look like with his watering can. And but I love his face. I so love his face. You know, it's like son of Father Christmas or something. And then next door to him, people of a certain age will know just who that is. Well, they'll know he's one of two people. That's what, because it was Bill and Ben. Well, he is Ben, and I haven't got any bills, which is quite unusual for me. I usually get bills every day, you know. And anyway, Ben, love him, and very much, you know, our childhood TV programs. Then we've got the absolute, like, you know, the gnome for a festival, and you know, on top of his mushroom, and he's obviously in La La Land. There's a few people here like that, and that's lovely. And then there's the last one I brought with me at the front, which again has just got the most delightful face. But in actual fact, if you turn round, I don't know if that's happy or absolute madness, because he appears to have an axe. Yeah. Do you think he's the gnome axe murderer that we've been hearing about? So
No, he's one of the 7 dwarfs.
oh, he's one of the. Oh yeah.
I think.
Yeah, Choppy. Yeah, he's one of the 7 dwarfs. He was Choppy, Dozy, Dippy,
Beaky, Mick and Tip.
and Chopsy. Yeah. Anyway, the other interesting things we got, which we could almost overlook, is the 2 bits of furniture. And the first one I've got here, again, rather like the clock. It's so mid-century modern. It's got a little bit of wood stain, but you can do that up. This was £10. I think this is teak. Don't think it's rosewood, but it could very well be mahogany. But it's a lovely piece of wood. I'm not sure that this was professionally done. Oh, I don't know though. What do you think? Yeah.
Brass screws, yeah.
But it's ever so sturdy and it looks so light. And it's just got a classic mid-century modern look to it. Maybe it was shed made, but I'll tell you what, he doesn't wobble. Whoever made him did very well. And the other thing that we've got is the tea trolley. Or de-gnome. The gnomes have got to find their way.
Gnome to go to.
Yeah, gnome to go to. Yeah. Oh, Ukraine, and he can come off. Which is, again, 1960s, 70s classic tea trolley. I bought him. Mug's okay on the back. I bought it from Tricastle Antique Centre, and he was 12 quid. It's just silly. Top one comes off,
Oh yeah.
and so on the bottom 2 are on there. Anyway, I'm afraid I've got to go now, and I've got to get off my trolley, because that's what we have to do at festivals. It's the big job. And so let's put a gnome back on here to say. Let's put Chopsy back on here to say
right.
goodbye. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from
Me.
That's Sue and Spotty Spotty cat in spirit. She's at home getting spoiled by one of my neighbours, and we'd just like to say goodbye from Landed. It's been a fab weekend. If you watch this, we thank you ever so much, and hope you watch the next ones. And love, and goodbye.